Hey guys, welcome back to the Jersey Comic Crew. On this episode, we are talking about if it's possible to see Ahsoka and maybe Rex in the Bad Batch. Come on inside and talk to us.
What's up, everybody? We're the Jersey Comic Crew, and Chris just said we were talking about characters that might appear in the Bad Batch. So this is your spoiler warning. We want to talk about something that happened in the show. When the Bad Batch went to visit Cut, Cut said just before they came there, Rex was there. And now we know Rex. Oh, sorry, we should say our homie Rex, because homie, he's done a lot of work.
Homie Rex.
Rex was with Ahsoka at the end of the Clone Wars, right?
Yes.
They're traveling around, pounding around throughout the universe. Does that mean we're going to see Rex and Ahsoka into this? I mean, Rex is cool, right? He's another clone trooper. But, like, we already seen his face 1,000 times in different formations, right? Because they're all clones. We want to know if we're going to get a Jedi into this, right? And my answer, are you ready for this? Is no, because Star Wars ain't going to do it. Star Wars ain't going to give me what I want. They're not going to make Omega Force sensitive. They're not going to show Ahsoka into this. We might see Rex. I think we'll see Rex. But I don't think we're going to see Ahsoka, because I think they're going to do a divide and conquer technique at this point. I think like they're going to separate to do a different mission, and you're just going to see one of them. And the only reason I'm going to say that is because we've gotten Ahsoka recently. And I feel like the executives at Disney / the creative heads might be like, there might be an oversaturation of Jedi / Ahsoka in the current space, because when Mandalorian came out and you saw Ahsoka, the internet exploded about Ahsoka. And they kind of don't want to do that again. Like, oh, this is a story about clone troopers, but you're really here for Jedi, even though we don't do nothing about Jedi. So I think they're going to play their distance with Ahsoka. I think that's what they're going to think and kind of play this safer route. But I could be completely wrong. I want to hear what you think.
Yeah, I think for Rex, that's a sure thing.
Okay.
I think, one, because he's mentioned, and two, it seems like, I know it's only 2 episodes, but it seems like everywhere the Bad Batch goes, it's like kind of trying to find people to help them. It seems like Rex would be the next stop on that trip, right?
Logically,
where
yeah.
Cut, helped them out as much as he could, but he had to get off planet himself. And now they're like, crap, who should we go to? What about Rex? Like, he seems to be okay. Yeah. But as far as Ahsoka, the questions are this, right? Are Ahsoka and Rex traveling together? We don't know.
We don't.
Seems like they aren't, because you would think Cut would have, or as I like to call him, HMO1, would have said,
That's a Pokemon joke. I got it badly.
3 hours later.
Go ahead.
So, if you say, hey, Cut, you saw Rex and Ahsoka, like, wouldn't he mention Ahsoka?
I don't think so, because what if Ahsoka stay hidden? Like, she has to, right? And like she wants to be to be hidden, like that's what Jedis do.
True.
And I don't know.
But the other aspect is with Ahsoka, 2 major things. One,
what's up?
This is a Filoni project, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know Filoni, Ahsoka is his baby. Like, he will put Ahsoka in anything he wants to and can put her in, even though she's getting her own live action show later on. And number 2, we've never seen Ahsoka in this art style as an adult.
You're right. We haven't seen her in this kind of style, like becoming a young adult. And what would be really cool is to get the answer at the end of Clone Wars. And I think her solo series is going to focus on what she's doing now in the future kind of deal. Mm-hmm. I feel like this could answer what happened in between, or at least a little bit more of the pieces. Because I'm sure we're going to get flashbacks and stuff, but I think this show is the appropriate way to get this answer to what did she do immediately after Clone Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we see her again, and we don't see her again in Rebels, right?
No.
And like you said, it's about the Bad Batch. It's not about Ahsoka. Rebels did a very good job of being like, no, this is about this group of people. Ahsoka's in every once in a while. There's my favorite episode is with Ahsoka in that show, but like that art style is a lot different than Clone Wars, her original form of what we all saw her. And I think to see her as an adult or becoming an adult in her original art style would be amazing. And also, they can do a story arc of 3 or 4 episodes if they wanted to, or scatter them through a bunch of seasons.
And like you said, like
Ahsoka,
like we have this running theory, me and you, that the Bad Batch are all going to die in a blaze of glory, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so like you could have Ahsoka throughout the show, how many seasons it's going to be, right? Maybe an episode here and there, and like at the turning point, whatever the blaze of glory is, you could have Ahsoka there, and she's doing this, and like she grows as a character because she sees the Bad Batch all die as she protects Omega, right? And maybe Omega becomes Force sensitive, and like she's like, I'm not here to try to save Jedi, even though like, and it's like a reoccurring thing. Like Jedi's naturally by twist of fate always bump into each other, right? So like she could bump into the Omega, and then Omega does her own thing, or she doesn't pick up Omega and save Omega because she goes to Luke or something like down the road.
It could happen.
Like it could be a cool couple of things, but I would like to see her during the finale as the Bad Batch is dying, because we saw Ahsoka help out the Mando. So
I would love it if they had some crazy mission that ended up connecting to the original trilogy of movies that like helped the Empire, right? Like there's a line that is coming to my head that Mon Mothma says, where she's talking about like many Bothans died to get us this information. And it's right before episode 6 where they got the information in order to destroy the second Death Star and know that the Emperor's on that Death Star.
Can you imagine?
And perhaps that mission
Batch?
is like the Bad Batch's Rogue One mission, where like the first Death Star was Rogue One. What if it's the Bad Batch? They teamed up with a bunch of
I would
Bothans,
like that.
And Ahsoka and the Bad Batch are like, you know, like almost like General like Tano. We're doing our job to protect you. You need to get out of here and take Omega. And they go out in like the blaze of gunfire and glory.
That would be amazing.
Becomes like connected to a
yes
the original movies. That would be amazing,
dude. That'd be amazing. Do we know how many seasons / the timeline of when the show would end?
So
is it open ended?
I think it's open ended right now. The timeline for me would be it has to end before Rebels.
When does Rebels start?
Rebels starts before like the Battle of Yavin is the center point.
Okay.
Is Luke blowing up the Death Star.
The first one.
Yes, the first one. So
okay.
That's like year 0 at the end of episode 4.
Okay.
So Rebels is like 3-ish years before, 3-4 years before that.
Before episode 4.
Before episode 4. So it would have to end before that. Right now, we're right, at the end of episode 3, right? Episode 1 is still episode 3 with Order 66 and everything that's happened. So we have an 18-year span of content we can go through, but I think as far as it goes, it would have to end prior to Rebels and definitely Rogue One and all that stuff.
Speaking of endings, that is the end of this episode, guys, and we want to hear down in the comments below, do you think Ahsoka and Rex will be in the Bad Batch? What other characters might make a special guest appearance in the Bad Batch? We're dying to know your answers.
And guys, thanks so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up, really helps the channel out a lot. If you're brand new, subscribe and turn on those notifications. Make sure you check out other videos on the channel as well. And as always, I'm Chris Heller. That is Rob Moran. We're the Jersey Comic Crew, and we will see you next time.